Welcome to the court. It's Jester. I'm just gonna check something real quick. Oh, I clicked the wrong button. Whoops. I was going to go into options because the game starts off with a little movie, but I needed to start the game. Is it in the gallery? Okay, so it doesn't go back to replay it for you. No, it doesn't do that either. No, it doesn't do... Okay, then, well, I can't show you it unless I start the game, but I need to start the game to set it up in the program, so that's not happening. But basically it was... Since the events of the last game, Naomi has been doing really badly since Psycho died. And... I'm just gonna turn that down a bit. And... her mom is, like, having her in therapy and trying to help her get better, but she doesn't understand that Naomi went to a haunted elementary school and shit got wild. Well, Naomi went to a haunted elementary school and shit got wild. I'm sorry if the audio keeps cutting out. It's just every time I go to edit the program, it minimizes the game for some reason, which was not a problem I had when I was playing the last one. Let's just start a new chapter. Seal. What lovely weather. I wonder how Ayumi's faring at school today. I hope she's enjoying herself. The spirits seem unusually active again, though. And there's that old sense of unease, too. The same one Ayumi and I have been feeling for all our lives. But stronger than ever. I don't like it one bit. I can sense its presence. It's gotten very, very close. Is there a way for me to make this go faster? But that's preposterous, right? I'm probably just imagining things. The text goes so slow. Maybe it would be best if I talked with her about it. I only hope nothing bad happens. Oh, well, your sister went to a haunted elementary school. Shit got wild. A bunch of her friends died there. No one remembers they exist. It's been a bad time. I threw down my bag, collapsed on the bed, and stared up at the ceiling. These were my familiars. The familiar lighting, the familiar patterns I knew so well, and that familiar stain in the corner. I remember when my dad made that stain. It was my 5th birthday, and he just... the text is going way too fucking slow on this thing. Oh my god. He just opened a can of soda I'd been shaking. Staring up at the ceiling was something I'd done a million times before, but today it felt strange, like I'd just come up from doing the exact same thing. Oh, okay, so I can just click and it will all show up at once. That's better now. And I'm not talking the general act of lying in bed and looking up at a more specific sense that I'd experienced this singular moment in time once before. I believe the term you're looking for is déjà vu. Supposedly, déjà vu signifies a new destiny has just been born within you. So congratulations, Nakashima. You may be a whole new person now. So said class rep, making light of the situation in her usual creepy way. But maybe she was right. I had been more cognizant of my actions since then. Usually if I pay too much attention to every little thing I do, I begin obsessing, and then I just give myself a headache and end up calling it quits. But this déjà vu was real, and it was far stronger than it had any right to be. This wasn't your run-of-the-mill spooky feeling. It was all-encompassing. No matter where you go in this house, it all smells like you, Naomi. Is this heaven? Oh my god, Seiko, keep it in your pants, Jesus. Oh my god. I swear, Seiko, doesn't it feel like this has all happened once before? What has? You sleeping over here? And then the next day we were both like, hey, let's go clothes shopping, don't you remember? Surely you jest. Well, I am a jester. Long have I sought to capture thee, infiltrate the wall of the holy temple, but today marks my first successful conquest. Oh, okay. I'm gonna try and lower the volume a bit more, because this is very loud. I don't want the music to be so loud that no one can hear what I'm saying. Yeah, I guess that isn't the sort of thing I'd half forget quite so easily. Must be my imagination. Huh? Finally, our flag has been planted. Seiko and Naomi together at last. This ship will sail. This ship will sail the high seas until eventually it reaches cannon status. You bet. This is going to be lots of fun. What's all this about a flag? Oh, I think you know. And so began my first ever slumber party with Seiko. Seiko looks like a puppy. She looks like a puppy. She's so cute. Please don't die. This moment, 5th period ended that day. We tore right out of school and loaded up all the junk food and drinks we could carry. Seiko and I had been friends forever, but neither of us had stayed over at the other's house before, so we were both pretty excited. This was going to be fun. Naomi, do you mind if I make a quick call home? The kids know where I'll be, but I should still check in since I haven't had a chance to swing by. Sure, go ahead. Do you need to use the landline? No, my cell phone will be just fine. I just worry about poor little you know? He'd be sad if I didn't at least call. No problem. You do your thing, and I'll take a quick bathroom break. I exited my room, glancing behind me to see Seiko holding her cell phone to her head with one hand while flashing me a peace sign with the other. The mere idea that there'd be a friend waiting for me in my room when I got back was just so exciting. Oh, the things we could talk about that night. Where should we start? What story should we tell? Maybe a horror story. It seems fitting for the game this is. Looks like Dad's going to be late coming home tomorrow. So I'll head your way after the festival cleanup with all the goodbyes. Oh, no. Don't go to the festival. Don't do it. Save yourself. Then we can get ready for Dad's special surprise together, okay? Yep. Give all my love to the others, and make sure you all tuck in tight tonight so you don't catch colds. Take care, you. They holding up okay? Sure. Which means I've got nothing to worry about. I can enjoy my time with you to the fullest. Why are there lines on Seiko's neck? Why are there lines on... Oh my god, we're in a time loop. Oh, the horror is creeping in already! Sounds like you're ready to have some fun. And I'll bet you are too. So, what should we talk about? Talk about why there are lines on her neck. That's... Oh god, it's a fortune of what's to come. It's not too late to save her this time, though. Anything you'd like. I'm just glad to have this blissful opportunity. I really can't say why I felt so shy and embarrassed. The two of us were always together after all. Changing the setting from school to my personal space just seemed to bring us a lot closer. I found myself staring at Seiko's face, as if studying it. Did she always look like that? This was someone who regarded me as a friend. All kinds of inane thoughts were swimming through my head, and for some reason they were making me really nervous. Hey, you know what we got? We've got that chocolate soda we bought. Chocolate soda? Is chocolate soda a thing? I've never heard of that before. It sounds like it'd be terrible, but I really want to try it. Do I? Just try and stop me. I took out the bottle we purchased and poured its fizzy contents into 2 cups. It had the faintest tinge of a chocolate color, but was otherwise clear. As it hit the bottom of each cup, that familiar comforting sizzle of carbonic acid rising from the liquid echoed forth amidst the bubbles. This is so bizarrely detailed. Like, just extremely and unnecessarily descriptive. Well, it's sure a pretty color, but what do we do with the rest of it if it sucks? Just pour it out the window, it's fine. We take it with us into school tomorrow and offer it up to everyone. Make it like we're being real nice, see? Hey, that's a good idea. Alright, here you go, Seiko. Thanks. Okay, let's drink it down to the count of 3. Sounds good. 1, 2, 3. Cheers, I guess. Damn, that's good! Before I knew it, we were up to our old tricks, talking on and on like we always did at school. We smiled and laughed and felt joy, all of the same things. Spending this time together, we could each forget about our troubles for a little while. This was the kind of friend that comes along only once in a lifetime. I was starting to get really sentimental, and I had no idea why. I certainly couldn't admit to her, though, or I'd never hear the end of it. I just kept thinking to myself, I really hope Seiko and I can be friends like this clean into adulthood. For the rest of our lives, even. Maybe that's the same weird sense of camaraderie one tends to feel during overnight field trips. I don't know. Mrs. Nakashima, this food is stupendous. Come on, Naomi, say ah! Huh? Ah? Thank you. You two certainly are close, aren't you? Oh yeah, they're just a couple of regular old gal pals. I've heard so much about you, Shinohara, that I felt that I simply had to meet you one of these days. She's going to be your daughter-in-law if things go according to plan. Oh, Naomi's been talking about me, has she? Oh, all the time. During meals, you're always a hot topic around here. She never fails to have some story about where you two went or what you two did. I've been accepted by the family then? My tears of joy overflow at the prospect. I must be red as a beet right now. Seiko, this is your chance. Ask for her daughter's hand in marriage. Ask for her blessing. Seiko? Oh, and it's not just you. Naomi also loves talking about that Satoshi Machida boy. Whenever he comes up, she gets so excited. I think she likes... Seiko, competition spotted. You know what to do. Mom, Ixnay on the Ashitoshe. Sorry, dear. Don't worry, I know all about her feelings toward her beloved Mochida. Naomi may seem like a strong girl, but she's really quite the shy one. Seiko, just stop. Well, you're certainly well informed. Let's say you and I have a girls' night out sometime. I'll treat you to something good, and in return you tell me all about Naomi from school. It would be an honor and a privilege, Mrs. Nakashima. Hey, come on now! Well then, you two have gotten sufficiently stuffed. I've drawn a bath, so you should head in while the water's still warm. I assume you'll be okay in together since you're both girls, right? Sure. Yeah, I mean, what could two girls possibly do together in the bath? I mean, what could they do? What could they do? Damn straight, my flag is firmly planted now. The day is totally won. Seiko thinks she's in a dating sim when really she's in a horror game. And that's sad. Huh? What are you talking about? Are we really going to bathe together? And seriously, what's all this flag business about? Never mind that. Just come on, Miss Nakashima. We're going to borrow your bathroom. Naomi needs to play more dating sims. She'd be more in the know about what's going on if she did. Roger that. Make sure you two get nice and warm. Seiko and I removed the lapels from our school uniforms on the way to the bathroom dressing area. I still felt a little uncomfortable, so I suggested we bathe separately after all. But Seiko just mumbled that resistance is futile and set about Seiko, no! Seiko, bad girl. Seiko, consent is important. Consent is mandatory. Seiko! With only a few swift movements, she had my whole other uniform stripped away in no time at all. She was a bona fide pro, a real expert at taking people's clothes off. Disturbingly well practiced. Seiko has been waiting for this moment for years. She has a mannequin she stole from a store in her room that she practices taking clothes off of. Hot. No kidding. The hot water at your house doesn't mess around. Yeah, Mom likes to run the world's hottest baths. I keep telling her that when you're soaking, lower temperatures are better, but she never listens. Shoo! What's this? Is your body feeling chilled? Well then, take this! You're going to catch a cold if you're not careful. You gotta be quicker at taking your clothes off, Naomi. Come on, don't be shy. Here, look this way. Seiko had such a dumb, self-satisfied expression on her face as she scooped up water in the basin and dumped it all over our heads. I think you're unshy enough for the both of us. I mean, you're the one who tore off all my clothes like they were paper. Well, I do bathe my little brothers every day. I've gotten pretty good at speed stripping other people. Okay. That makes sense, actually. Yeah, that does make more sense than the mannequin theory I had. A lot more sense than the mannequin theory. Anyway, you need to loosen up. Let's take this as an opportunity to deepen our friendship. I've heard that one before. I've heard that one before in other video games. Yeah. Bonding in the nude totally deepens your friendship. Yep, you're not the first. You're not the first person I've seen try to make a move on their best friend that way. Yes, you've thoroughly broken me out of my shell. Now how about I wash your back? Have a seat. Please. Okay, we're just gonna cover this. There. Yeah, okay. There we go. We're good now. Oh god, I need to make it bigger. I had to do that. I lathered up brand new silk towel with the body soap and began washing Seiko's back, marveling at her perfect complexion. Okay, how long is this scene gonna go for before I can put my model back in its normal position? I never noticed before just what a classic beauty she was. I thought this special just for you, so I hope you're enjoying it. How's it feel? That's right. And that's when all language broke down and the sounds emitting from the bathroom began resembling strange animalistic cries rather than human speech. What? What kind of game is this? Cut it out, you sound demented. Just a little farther up, please. Here? Okay. You know, I thought this game was going to be M-rated for, like, blood and gore. I did not think it was going to be this kind of stuff. It didn't take long for Seiko's back to become completely enveloped in soap suds, but I could still detect a reaction at my every touch. Oh my god. Okay, yep, we're just fast forwarding. Okay, we're getting out of this mess. After all, homeroom was spent setting up for the culture festival, so we both got pretty dusty. A nice scrubbing is exactly what we both needed. Stop squirming! Hold still! Okay, are we done? Are we good now? Okay. 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 I'm sorry, am I gonna get banned from Twitch now? I've only been on here for like less than a month and I'm so afraid of getting banned over that. Man, Seiko, you're really slender. And your shoulder blades are incredible, like a cat's. Are they? I can't really see them, so I wouldn't know. But for you, it's all about that sexy, sexy collarbone. Oh god, it's back! And how are collarbones sexy? I don't understand. I need to get a button that will automatically just cover the entire screen in moments like this. What? You sound like an old fogey or something. Oh my god, I haven't heard that word in a long time. But so beautiful and so big. I don't think that's my collarbone you're staring at. As I gazed at Seiko staring at my chest with hungry eyes, I suddenly had another flash of deja vu. An uncomfortable one. My eyes drifted to her neck. Yeah, it's covered in bruises. It's very concerning. There was something sort of mark there. A bruise that wrapped all the way around. Seiko, what happened to your neck? Did you scratch yourself or something? Something there? It's pretty faint, but there's a red mark. Don't remember injuring myself or anything. The bruise on her neck, though slight, looked less spotty than you'd expect if it were made by human hands. It seemed more even, like it came from a cloth. Probably resulted of wearing her kimono cord right around her neck all day, for the red bean soup stand. What a shame to see her pure white skin so damaged. I hope it heals soon, whatever it is. Naomi? I can't hold back any longer. Oh my god, it is gonna be that kind of game. Huh? What now? Okay, and she's trying to cop a feel. Oh god. Psycho, consent is mandatory! Psycho, seriously, cool down, girl. I think you've gone totally mental on me. She has. I just can't help myself. You can't help yourself. Psycho. Oh my god. Like, just ask. Naomi would probably say yes. Let's be real here. We all know where this is heading. You know, we do have a spare futon. Yeah, okay, yep. Naomi still complete. Psycho has been so forward, and I have no idea how Ayumi is this oblivious. Don't worry, I'm fine right where I am. Two people sharing a single bed would make for a warm night, but if either of us rolled over, the other was going to wind up clean on the floor. I offered the bed to her and was perfectly willing to spend the night on the roll-out futon, but she wouldn't have it. Well, as long as you don't feel too crowded, I guess this is fine. Huh? It's all warm and cozy. I love it. If only I could kiss you like this. I'd die a happy woman. With that, she puckered her lips into a shape resembling the number 3 and looked at me expectantly. What had gotten into her? Naomi, she's been like this the whole time, okay? This isn't a new behavior. Is Naomi just really that oblivious to Psycho's feelings? No, we better not. Happy woman, no. I'd hate to see you die. Damn. Hoisted. I was just thinking. This is really fun. It was around that point when I started to realize the truth about Psycho. That she's in love with you? Yes, she's very obviously and very clearly in love with you. After all, if an outsider were to witness her blatant act of harassment and my complete dismissal of it, they would assume we were more than friends too. She is in love with you, Naomi. Oh my... Everyone knows but Naomi. But it's not like I was actually in love with her. I really didn't feel that way at all. Okay, sure. Yeah, sure, Jan. Sure. I just thought of her as a very dear friend and figured this closeness was pretty normal. You know, Naomi, back when I was a wee little baby gay, and I had yet to accept that I'm a lesbian, I thought that my friendships with other girls and the closeness of the bonds I wanted with them was just the normal closeness of a friendship, and there was nothing romantic about it all. And then later I realized it was super romantic because I'm really, really gay. So, yeah, I totally believe you when you say that this is just platonic and that you know it's... Yeah, you're not in denial. Denial, no. Naomi doesn't know denial. It seemed natural, in fact, that our behavior would lead into a third-party misunderstanding every now and again. And I just have to set the record straight. Naomi, nothing about this is straight. Nothing about your relationship with Psycho is straight. In the slightest. At all. Nothing about it straight. But honestly, even when situations like that arose, they were pretty fun in their own strange, silly sort of way. You know, this is the first time I've ever had a friend over. This is my first sleepover too. Sure beats lying in bed alone. I'll tell you what. Oh, you okay? I might have slapped you a little too hard back there. You sure did put your back into it, slugger. But don't worry, I'm just fine. Psycho was rubbing her face lightly where I struck her, but smiling from cheek to cheek. Sorry again about how I have to come and stay over at your place. How about... Sorry again. Hey, how about I come stay over at your place next time? What do you say? Oh, I say yes, yes, yes! That way I can introduce you to the little ones. You are absolutely welcome anytime. Thanks. The moonlight crept its way through my bedroom window, giving the whole room a dreamlike glow. Soon enough, I was beginning to nod off. Where was I? Was I dreaming? No, it was just my room. I could feel Seiko's warmth next to me. Or maybe it was somewhere else entirely, and this whole world, all of my life's experiences, were just one big dream. Maybe you're a character in a visual novel. Maybe that's it. Man, it's hard to form a coherent thought when you're dead tired. I was like, oh my god, did Naomi just realize she's dead? And I'm like, oh wait, no, she said tired. Well, tomorrow's a big day. Let's get some sleep. You said it. From a sleepover right into a cultural festival, we're true challengers. Don't you dare oversleep. If you do, I'm pulling back the blankets and putting an ice pack on your stomach. Oh, don't worry about that. I'm such an early riser, I put middle-aged women to shame. I'll hold you to that. Anyway, good night, Seiko. Good night. Aww. Wow, that was quick. Seiko must have been exhausted. I could hear calm telltale grunts and rhythmic breathing, signifying that she was out cold, and it was contagious. I couldn't get over just how much warmth her body was generating. The previous night was so cold, but this was perfect. She was like a hot water bottle. So warm. Whoa, you're awake? I can hear your voice even from the deepest sleep, Naomi. You've experienced that before during class, remember? Is that some kind of ESP or something? And wait, were you sleeping during class? That's not good. Hey, I have a question. Oh my god, speaking of sleeping during class, when I was in high school, my first experience with the Corpse Party franchise was, I watched the OVA, and I watched the anime OVA of Corpse Party, and I was so scared from it that I couldn't go to sleep that night. And the next day, I had school, and I was falling asleep in class to the point that I went to the nurse's office and asked, can I sleep here? Because if I don't sleep here, I'm just gonna fall asleep in class. And then the nurse was like, no. And I'm like, okay, cool. I'm just gonna go sleep in class then. Bye. And then I slept in class. Like, what did they want from me? I told them I couldn't stay awake. I was up all night because of a freaking horror OVA. There was so much gore in it. Hey, I have a question. In the future, even after you get married, will you still spend time with me like this? Psycho, if Naomi gets married to someone that isn't you, she's probably gonna... I could just see it now. If Naomi got married to someone other than Psycho, Naomi's spouse would constantly be worried about Naomi cheating on them with Psycho. Like, let's be real here. What? Of course I will. Talk about a bolt from the blue. For true? For true. I mean, we're friends, you know, through thick and thin. We always will be. Thanks. Man, you're really a spaz sometimes, you know that? Saiko yanked the covers up over her head like some girly anime heroine. If she really did think of me as more than a friend, how was I supposed to react? With a yes or a no. You either accept her feelings and you start dating her, or you reject her feelings and you stay being friends. Like, that's your options. Or maybe you tell her you need some time to think about it, and you think on it for a week before you answer. Naomi? Let's always be together. You bet. Good night, Saiko. Good night. Saiko and I seem to be thinking the same thing. We were both so happy, but there was another side to the coin. There was a certain awkwardness as well. It was a strange sensation. Soon enough, Saiko began moaning and breathing heavily for real. She had fallen fast asleep, facing me, curled into the fetal position. As I lay down there staring at her head, my hand moved as its own volition and began gently stroking her hair. Strangely, it didn't feel awkward or embarrassing at all. Perhaps because I knew she was asleep. It just felt natural. And you're the one saying that you're not in love with her. Okay, Naomi, I totally believe that you're not in love with her. I slid my hand more toward her back and continued rubbing her head gently, like a mother would a child's. Okay, yeah. What a lovely shape her head was. Perfectly round. I was just stroking her hair, thinking about this and that. You know, Naomi, I have never platonically admired the shape of someone's head. I don't think people do that. I think you're in love with Saiko and you're in denial about it. Suddenly, she clung to me and buried her face in my chest. Was she still half awake? What a strange scene this was. But just for tonight, I was willing to let it slide. Okay, yeah, just for tonight. It's not, just for tonight. This is the only night. There will be other nights, Naomi. We both know where this is heading. There, good girl, good girl. It's supposed to rain all evening, so make sure you both take an umbrella with you. They're not gonna need it. They're going to a haunted elementary school after class. Got it! Thanks for the loaner. Have fun today, and Shinoharu, be sure to think about what you do, where you go on that date of ours. Yes! Yes, mother. Okay, she's already getting in good with the in-laws. Saiko has a game plan. She's not your mother, you know. She'll be her mother-in-law one day if Saiko's plan goes according to everything. Saiko has like a 7-year plan on how to get Naomi to marry her. She's okay being her second spouse, okay? If Naomi has to get married to some dude and then realize it's a mistake and divorce him, and then after her divorce she falls in love with Saiko, Saiko will wait for that divorce. Saiko had woken up ungodly early and pulled my futon away, forcing me up with a chill and a sneeze. We both combed our hair and put on our school uniforms, then scarfed down the breakfast my mom made and flew out of the house. If we didn't hurry, we were going to be late for setting up. Things are looking pretty grand this year, too. Yeah, it's really come together. But I forgot. I have to go get the bowls from the prep room. Saiko, you go on ahead of class, will you? Roger that. Oh, and I'll take your bag for you. Give it here. Thanks. It was the day of the cultural festival, or Kisagari Fest. Our school had a whole lot of history to it, and this festival had been part of it for ages. I don't care. I want to move on to the horror part. It's been over a half hour. Can we get to the haunted elementary school and the ghosts already? Every student in the junior and senior year alike was busy getting ready for the festivities, which were due to start in around 30 minutes. If I have to wait another 30 minutes to get to the plot, I swear to God. I wonder if I'd had any extra time afterwards to go check out the other classes' projects. I do think that the game is doing something good by showing you more of Saiko and Naomi's friendship. So that it hurts more when horrible things happen to the two of them. But still. We'd previously washed the bowls we were planning to use and laid them out in the home ec prep room. With those bowls in hand, I proceeded towards class 2-9. I climbed the usual staircase and headed toward the usual room, stepping carefully so I wouldn't drop the dishes. The plan this year was to host a red bean soup restaurant. I could smell the sweet red bean paste and more clearly with every step I took. I'd eaten so much food at breakfast, and here we were making even more food rearing its head. But when it comes to sweets, I say bring it on. Good morning, everyone. These look like there'll be enough bowls for today, don't you think? Good morning. Ah, morning. Yeah, that looks like it's been plenty. Hey. Morning, Kishinuma. Morning, Satoshi. Ah. Naomi. Oh, yeah. Satoshi seemed a bit out of sorts. He was just staring blankly. Was he still half asleep? It bothers me to see him like that, but I literally had my hands full, so I really couldn't dwell on it. I pushed on into the classroom. But I couldn't actually see what was in front of my feet. I have to admit, it was kind of scary. It would be a real challenge not to drop anything. Naomi, good morning, my dear. That was a groping sound effect. Seiko, stop grabbing my ass. Haven't we already said our good mornings anyway? But how can I resist an opportunity like this? Naomi, hands restricted, unable to fend off my advances. Saiko, you're being a real fucking creep. Saiko, I want to root for you to get with Naomi, but you need to, like, care about consent more, okay? Can you do that for me? Please? And she dropped the plates. There we go. Yep, that happened. Look what you did! Oh, clicked the wrong button. That's no good. Our tableware has to be kept clean. Guess we just have to go wash it all again. Here, I'll help. Thanks. Sorry for the trouble. Ah! Their kimonos are so cute! And so began the culture festival. All day we wore the clothes Suzumoto prepared for us and served red bean soup to our classmates. She had a lot of costuming experience, having worked on the side of things in the drama club for quite some time. She even did the sewing herself, putting all of the practice to the test, and the kimonos she prepared for us were really exceptional quality. So good, in fact, that they became a centerpiece for us. Bringing in students from the junior and senior divisions alike, it made for a busy day. When we weren't tending to the customers, we were chasing after that slacker Kishinuma, or taking our time to check out some of the other class projects. In the end, not only did we have a really fun day, we also wound up being the most popular classroom in the whole festival. All in all, a rousing success. Well, there's always going to be success when there's food involved. Finally, the clock struck 6. As our busy day drew to a close, we all stood around, talking. We kept saying we should clean up, but that kinda didn't happen. Well, like, who wants to clean up? Cleaning up sucks. Before I knew it, there were only 7 of us left in the room. Satoshi, the class rep, Saiko, Morishige, Kishinuma, Suzumoto, and myself. It seemed everyone else had already gone home. Our homeroom TA, Miss Shishido, showed up with Satoshi's little sister in tow. But they were it. We 9 became the de facto cleanup crew. Finally done. Good work, everyone. The place is looking like a real classroom again. Those dumbasses who went home without helping are sure going to have a piece of my mind tomorrow. Not much of a class rep if I can't even hold everyone together long enough to clean up after ourselves. It's fine. It's fine. That's not on you. That's not on you. They need to clean up after themselves too. Okay? It's not your fault. But you did manage to keep Kishinuma here, surprisingly. Well, he's in love with Ayumi, so of course he stayed. Oh, shut up! Yoshiki, you and Ayumi can't both be tsunderes about it. Suzumoto, I just wanted to say, it's been really fun having you here these last few months. I can't tell you how many times your positive energy helped bolster my spirits. Always remember that you're loved and respected. We may not have much to say to that effect, but we've all been watching you blossom here. I lent a hand when I could and did my best to help guide you, but ultimately you walked your own path and have become a fine young woman. Miss Yue. It takes a special person to achieve what you've done without even realizing it. It's been an honor to serve as your homeroom TA. I wish you all the best at your new school. Thank you. Unfortunately, this teary farewell brought us all back to reality. During the holidays following the cultural festival, Suzumoto was being transferred. This was going to be her last day at Kisagari Academy High School. Everyone here loved her, so this was a sad occasion indeed. She was truly a kind person, possessing no ulterior motives and harboring no ill will toward anyone. The thought of her leaving was just plain depressing. But time waits for no one, and sadly the time had come to say our goodbyes. As one final hurrah, our occult-obsessed class rep asked us to perform some friendship ritual called Sachiko Ever After, and here's where everything's gonna go to shit. Don't touch the doll. Don't touch the paper doll. Don't touch it. Upon mentioning it, she produced a paper doll from her bag. It looked a lot like those proxy dolls you'll sometimes see in the Shinto shrines designed to absorb bad karma in somebody's place. Visually, this whole thing seemed like it was set up for a cursed seance or something. It was kind of scary, and I wasn't the only one who thought so. There's a charm that I found on the internet. If we do it right, then all of us will be together forever. Yeah, together forever in death. Or we'll always be friends anyway. That's the gist of it. Interesting. So how does it work? No! Don't do this! Listen to Satoshi. He is wise and he's been through the time loop before. Seriously. Don't do this. It's dangerous. Our lives are on the line. Satoshi. Don't you think that's going a bit overboard? Look, I'm not joking. I'm dead serious here. Satoshi had always been easily spooked, and in true form he was pleading for his life that we stop what we were doing. But it didn't sound that scary though. Everyone sounds like they're being kind of shitty friends right now. Like, if one of my friends was freaking out this badly over something like this, I would, like, get rid of it just to calm them down. Even though I'm usually the friend that people are having to get rid of things to calm down. Like, maybe we're out stargazing and I'm like, I heard a noise, we need to leave, we need to go now, I'm getting in the car, I'm scared. I heard a noise and I wasn't gonna mess with a coyote or something. Don't worry, Mochida, this isn't my usual creepy fare. Lies! She's lying, she's a liar! She found it on an occult website. Nothing you find on an occult website is ever good. That's how you lead to that's what leads you to witchcraft and casting curses and spilling black candle wax all over your carpet. I spilled black candle wax all over my carpet. I did. And my mom got really mad at me. I gotta say, it's rare to see you get this worked up. In the end, 8 of us proceeded with the ritual as planned, while Satoshi set it out off to the side, tears in his eyes. Satoshi, just take the paper from them. This is the bad ending of, this is one of the bad endings of the first game, where Satoshi didn't solve the mystery of the school and get the ghost to pass on before getting out of it. And that led him to reliving the day before they performed the ritual, and then they all perform the ritual, and everything's bad. The sequel game is based off one of the first game's bad endings. And oh my god, I'm going to say the same thing I said when I was playing that game. I'm going to say the exact same thing. Satoshi, just grab the paper doll and eat it. Just eat it. Just eat it, and then they won't be able to perform the ritual because the doll is in your stomach. Just eat the paper doll. I kind of felt bad for him. Oh yeah, you're going to feel bad for yourself in a few minutes, girl. But this was for Suzumoto. We all wanted to give her the best possible send-off, so all I could really do was silently wonder what had gotten into him. Oh, this is for Suzumoto? Suzumoto's gonna fucking die! Please, I'm begging you, stop this! Don't go through with it! Why would anyone listen to me? Because your friends are all jackasses? He's really serious. Like, as serious as I've ever seen him. What is it, Satoshi? What is it that has you so worried? The doll has him worried. It's what's freaking him out. God, if I pulled out a paper doll and one of my friends was freaking up that badly over it, I'd put the doll away. Because that's what being a good friend is. Or is that what being an enabler is? I don't know. It's a time loop. This has happened before. All of this. I remember it. And what's coming next is worse than you can possibly imagine. I'm going to be real. If one of my friends told me that they were in a time loop, I would immediately believe them. Immediately believe them. I would be like, okay, cool. How many times have you told me this before? Let's make a plan. I would immediately believe one of my friends if they told me they were in a time loop. Oh god, my friends watch these streams. One of my friends is definitely gonna lie and tell me they were in a time loop next time they see me. Sorry, but I'm through trying to convince you. Just be a good boy and wait for us to finish, okay? If Ayumi was my friend, I would fucking hit her. I would. If I was trying to talk my friends out of performing a ritual that would get them sent to a haunted elementary school, and I was the only one that knew that because of a time loop, and they were just laughing at me and trying to do the ritual anyway, I'd start handing out bitch slaps. A time loop? Is he experiencing deja vu like me? Is some new destiny being born inside of him like the class rep had said before? Come to think of it, this does feel a little familiar. This room, this atmosphere, this charm. I obediently dug my nails into the paper doll, but all the while I was frantically foraging through my memories, trying to figure out what I was missing. Just don't do it! We're going to pull on it until it rips apart into 9 pieces, okay? On the count of 3. With a paled face, Satoshi quickly rushed over and grabbed the doll himself. He was joining us after all, it seemed. Satoshi is a better person than I am. I would not have joined my friends in this the second time. I would have been like, okay, y'all made your bed, you lied in it. I'm gonna wait here for you guys to see if you make it out. I would not go in. I would not. I wouldn't. I would not. Especially after they laughed at me for trying to warn them. I would just be like, okay, fuck you guys. Do it then. Everyone else smiled at him as if to say, finally, you've come to your senses. But I was just starting to get a really bad feeling about this. No, there's definitely something wrong here. Ready? 1, 2. Well, they're boned. Satoshi is going to be giving everyone a big fat I told you so at the end of this. As soon as I reached the hall, I fell to my knees with a thud. No, what was that? A person? It was pitch black, but I swear it was shaped like a person. The school infirmary door hung open near me, and in my panic state, I swore I'd seen a black, shadowy figure within it. Oh, back to the nurse's office again. Oh, shit. No! And she threw up again. You know, this, I don't know why they decided to change the game to go from its, like, 8-bit design into, like, being more of a visual novel. I mean, I think the visual novel was probably, like, a better choice to make for budget reasons, but it seems like such a downgrade. Just let it out. Just let it out. You'll feel better after you let it out. My mind has been completely overtaken with fear. What was that? What just happened? That dark, misty entity came toward me and entered my body from every orifice. It came in through my ears, through my mouth. I felt an enormous lump in my throat, blocking the flow of air into my lungs and momentarily teetering on the brink of unconsciousness. I was almost killed. I felt as if a cold hand reached into my body and grabbed hold of my life's energy, turning all my internal organs inside out and leaving me for dead. My stomach was churning, my bowels were on fire, and my legs were all twisted around themselves. Can pressure alone disrupt the human body this much? The odor and flavor of my own gastric juices still gnawing at the back of my throat. I felt like I was going to throw up again, but I held it in. I remember this. This place. These circumstances. I've been here before. I know I have. After performing the Sachiko Ever After ritual, there was a hellish noise. Then a huge hole appeared in the floor, and then I was here in this school. There was no sign of Satoshi or Miss Shishido or the class rep or anyone else. Only Seiko was still near me, collapsed in a heap on the floor. Seiko and I explored the decaying building as best as we could, but there was no way out. Not a single window or outer door could be moved or even broken. Just as our last shreds of hope had begun to vanish, we suddenly heard Satoshi's little sister Yuka cry out from somewhere just out of sight. I'd sprained my ankle pretty badly and I couldn't walk very well, so Seiko went off to find her while I rested up in the infirmary. Yeah, and then everything went to shit. And in my playthrough of it, Naomi died like a bunch of times because I kept doing it wrong. Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again. That's when the dark, shadowy figure showed up and began attacking me. I was scared. So scared. So very scared. My teeth were chattering. My lips were quivering as if they had a mind of their own. Why would she leave me alone like that? I told her I'd go with her to look for Yuka, so why? Why did she leave me behind? Was I going to slow her down? Was I going to get in her way? Naomi? What happened? Are you okay? Seiko? What? Oh my god. Are you alright? I'm sorry I left you by yourself. Just seeing Seiko's face quelled my shivers. Whenever she's around, I feel so at ease. And at that moment, I just wanted to cling to her and cry my eyes out. I should have just done it, but instead... Just leave me alone. Do you have any idea how scared I was? I'm sorry, Naomi. Come on, let's try to find a way out of here together. What's the point? Just forget about it. Leave it alone. We're never going out of here. Maybe it was the safety of Seiko's presence that did it, but all that fear welling up within me suddenly turned into anger. I was like a spoiled child. Nothing good could come of lashing out like this. Seiko didn't do anything wrong, I knew that, but I couldn't stop myself from saying what I was saying. She was genuinely concerned about me, and I'd sworn to myself I'd protect her, but my sense of reason was fighting a losing battle. You realize we're going missing, right? How do you think my mother's going to feel? She's going to be worried sick about me, and there's nothing I can do. Naomi, please, don't say things like that. It's going to be all right. Like hell it is. She's going to keep searching for me until the day I finally come home. And she has work, you know. This whole situation, it's not right. As long as I'm here, I'm nothing but a nuisance to her. I'm a terrible daughter. And we're just going to die here anyway. So all that time she spends looking for me will be wasted. By this time, my mind had been completely overtaken. I wasn't myself anymore. I was running on autopilot, horrified by the words coming out of my mouth. No, I know how this ends. You're wrong! Families aren't like that. It won't be a nuisance. It won't be a burden, and you're not terrible. I don't know exactly how to say this, but when there are loved ones involved, you'll do anything for them. There it was again. Deja vu. Everything was falling into place. I knew it was going to happen. I knew what fate had in store if we continued down this road. But I guess I can see where you're coming from. Your mother is a really kind person. The last thing you'd want to do is worry her. That's why we need to make sure that doesn't happen, right, Naomi? We need to get back home. I don't know how it is for you and your family, but normal people don't work that way. No, it's happening. Seiko's going to get hanged. She's going to die. I have to apologize. No. I don't want you of all people to speak to me like this. Please, Naomi, tell me that's not how you really feel. Seiko. Apologize. If I didn't say something to calm her down, Seiko would run off, and I knew she couldn't be here by herself right now. So I pulled myself together and tried apologizing to her. But the words... Seiko, I'm... Oh no. The words wouldn't come. As soon as I tried to form them, something caught itself in my throat. I found myself unable to breathe and doubled down over in a fit. Naomi, are you okay? I'm sorry, Naomi. If I'm bothering you, I'll go. I hate to leave your side, but if that's what you want, I won't argue. No, Seiko, don't leave! Seiko! Wait! Seiko ran off into the distance, her figure growing smaller and darker until it vanished altogether. I knew I'd made an awful, irreversible mistake. Ugh. That sense of dread I'd felt moments before I had come back full force. I could sense a malevolence within me, an outside hand that made me lash out at Seiko. The darkening. The school, the spirits of the school, they're getting to you, they're possessing you. It felt like something was in my mouth. I had no idea what, but there was definitely something there. I stuck my finger in and tried to dig it out. Oh my god, is that hair? Oh, gross! Gross, 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 gross! My finger found something and pulled in, and out from my throat came large clumps of long, black hair. Ew! Oh, what the hell? I just kept pulling and pulling. I couldn't believe how much there was. The strand stretched all the way from my stomach through my esophagus into my hands, and even then there was still more to pull. Oh my god. Okay, this is my own personal howl. The motion was unnatural and was creating a repulsive, sickening sensation along my tonsils. I felt like I was going to throw up again. Oh god, what the hell? Where did all this hair come from? Was this all stuck in my throat? Oh shit! Oh no. It was only a faint notion before, but now I was certain. I was remembering some future event. I didn't know why or how, but I was repeating time. Am I just not allowed to apologize? I could feel a dark will guiding me. Someone or something wanted Psycho to be killed in this timeline as well. But I wasn't going to let it happen. Not without a fight. I have to go after her. I have to apologize. I can't leave her alone like this. I ran as quickly as I could in the direction Psycho had gone, but then... Oh, shit. A fierce earthquake began shaking the building. It was so violent I couldn't even stay standing. I crouched along the ground waiting for it to pass. Everything was moving, and there were sounds of objects crackling and breaking all around me. Glass was shattering. Ceiling tiles were raining down upon me. I was scared for my life. So scared, so very, very afraid. I was certain I was going to die. Maybe a big chunk of ceiling would fall on me, or the floor would open up at my feet and swallow me whole. I kept wondering, how was it going to end? How was I going to be crushed? How badly would it hurt? How long would it go on for before I finally died? My head was swimming with all kinds of worst-case scenarios, while my body just remained motionless on the ground. I never felt so helpless before. I didn't even care anymore. I'd take any release I could get just to make it stop. But there was no release for me. All I could do was curl up into a ball and pray. Oh, fuck this school. Okay, I think we're good. Well, as good as we can be in this current situation. I wonder how much time had passed. It could have been only a moment, a few minutes, or even a few hours, for all I knew. But it did finally end, and the dark corridors were silent once more. I gradually loosened my stiff body, uncurling from the floor. Blotches of dust and wood chips fell from my hair. Some of the finer debris had gotten into my clothing and was crunching around like sand with my every movement. It was not pleasant. I brushed myself off as best as I could, and I slowly rose to my feet, slapping my skirt in a vain attempt to clear away the excess dust and dirt. The particles in the air were like white smoke, billowing through the pitch-black hallway. It took me a moment to get my bearings. Once I finally did, though, I almost wished I hadn't. The sight before my eyes instantly washed away what little hope I may have had. What? The earthquake had completely caved in part of the floor. It was no longer possible to continue down this hall. No longer possible to trail Seiko. If I had been cowering from the earthquake only a few feet ahead, I'd be dead for sure, swallowed up in whatever hell lay down there. Oh, like the giant pit of insects. I knelt down by the edge of the hole and peered within. It was too dark to tell for sure, but if what I thought I saw was correct, then the ceilings in this school were unreasonably high. To make matters worse, it seemed like the floor was directly below had fallen out as well. I didn't dare consider just how deep this pit might go. All I knew was that I couldn't risk falling into it. Shivering in terror, I pulled myself up. What do I do? Can I get around it? I have to hurry. I definitely had to hurry. If I didn't, Psycho would commit suicide, but there was still time. That's not what happened. Oh, Naomi remembers bits of it, but she doesn't remember everything. She doesn't remember that the ghost possessed her and made her do it. She doesn't remember that part. She just remembers Psycho dying. I was determined not to let it happen. No matter what, I was going to save her. I was going to change her horrible fate. Search mode. What is this? Okay. Can we go in this room? What's the map? Okay. I don't like this. Can I just go to places? There's a large hole in the floor, too big to jump across. Getting to the other side won't be possible from here. Can we just go to a room? Oh, we can just go to a room. Okay. Oh. What did... Oh! There was a mess of blood and entrails on the wall, as if someone were launched from across the corridor. In tremendous speed, it was splattered on the impact. Yep, we lost someone. The smell was positively vile. Seiko had commented on it before, but it was really, really hitting me now. Every breath I took was triggering my gag reflex. It was all I could do not to vomit again. Okay, are we still in search mode? Where are we going? I want to get... I do not like this. Why did it change from 8-bit? I want to get to the... As I wandered through the darkened corridors, every hair in my body was standing at attention. I had goosebumps from head to toe. It felt like a fog of uneasiness swirling around me with each step I took. And that fog was growing thicker and thicker, to such an extent that I began fearing the darkness might swallow me whole, and I'd cease to exist. I could feel my sanity slipping away. I don't know how much longer I could hold out, and I was starting to lose patience. I just wanted to get this over with. Fear was like a slime covering my entire being. No matter how much I wiped, I was only squishing it around. It wouldn't come off. It was stuck fast. I walked around aimlessly, calling out Seiko's name. By doing so, I think I was able to dull my senses, just barely maintain my grip on reality. Seiko! Where are you? Please, answer me! I wasn't thinking straight. I want to apologize! Up ahead, I swore I saw light glinting off of something. It looked for a moment like a web of sinewy strings stretched across the hall. I slowly crept forward until I could form that they were in fact strands of wire. I gently reached out my finger and touched the closest one. Oh, frick. I pulled my hand away, looking down at it. There was now a very fine, clean slice right on the tip of my finger. Tiny red beads were beginning to form. Those beads just kept getting bigger and bigger as I watched, eventually swelling into one another and forming a single drop of blood. And that drop quickly became too heavy for its perch as it began winding down its way down my hand toward my wrist. I think the reason the game is making such very detailed descriptions of things is because it doesn't have the horror of actually, like, walking around the creepy atmosphere of the school. So it's making up for it like this. And I'm not sure if it's working for me or not. I don't know, I'm very picky about my horror, and I'm an 8-bit girly. I like that. I'm trusting you, Corpse Party. I'm trusting you. Piano wire. No, it's a little different. I couldn't believe it had cut so deeply from just one faint touch. Had it been sharpened? Probably. It really stung. If I hadn't noticed those wires strung across the hall and it just kept walking, I shudder to think of what might have happened. Death not from a malevolent spirits, but from a mere booby trap. Who would have done this? The malevolent spirits! There was definitely a planned malice behind it. I could sense an ill will in the air and began to tremble. Was something watching me even at this very moment? Well, I'm watching you. Was someone just waiting for me to fall into their trap and die so they could gloat about it? Well, Naomi, when you die, I get frustrated because that means I have to start over. Is someone there? Hey! If someone was the type of person to set up sharpened piano wire to kill people, is that the kind of person you want to come face to face to 1v1? Because I would try to avoid that person. It was like an unconscious shout. I couldn't control myself. I was scared. Whoever did this was heartless. I just couldn't let it go. Stop this, please, you're scaring me. Don't do these awful things to people. Oh yeah, I'm sure someone who would take the time to sharpen piano wire and set it up to kill people would totally stop their wicked ways after you just told them to. Totally, totally. A bevy of negative emotions began swimming through my head. I suddenly realized I was crying. I knew that this corridor with its web of razor-sharp piano wires was effectively impassable, at least for the moment. I needed to find some way to cut these wires, or some means of disabling the trap at any rate. I decided to go back the way I came and search the rest of the school for answers. There should be scissors in the nurse's office. I remember because in the first game, I kept aggressively trying to get Naomi to take the scissors off the shelf because I thought they would come in handy, and she refused to. Maybe now she'll take them. I'm sure there's not a ghost in here that will kill us. I don't like this place. No one likes this place, Naomi. Bad things happen in here. The infirmary was where I'd been attacked. I didn't want to stay in here any longer than I had to. That horrible sensation of my body being overcome by that hair-like mist was something I never hoped to experience again as long as I lived. Okay. Now let's grab... There's a pair of scissors on the shelves. It's blade strands with blood. Okay, grab it. Take the scissors. Naomi! We cannot keep having this problem. You said you needed something to cut the piano wires. There are scissors right there on the shelf for you. Take them. Naomi. Proper procedure, blah, blah, blah. I know. There's a photo here. The paper was cracked and warped in various spots, and the picture itself was clearly black and white. Clearly this was not a recent photograph. It was just a simple shot of a man looking directly at the camera. It had a formal air to it, as if it were used for an arranged marriage interview. I wonder who this is. Was he the man who worked at this desk? Or a family member, maybe? Yeah, photograph, blah, blah, blah. What else? There are a large number of bottles lined up. Each one seems to be packed tightly. It's an old-fashioned space heater. Yep, blah, blah, blah. You won't grab the scissors? Well, if I can't get you to grab the scissors, I don't know what I'm supposed to get you to do here. Maybe we can go to the lab. This does save travel time with the map working this way. I do like that. I was frequently getting lost in the first game. The door to the science lab is frozen in place if it's just a decoration on the wall and can't be opened. Okay. So, can we go up this way? Piano wire. Can we go this way? The door to the classroom 3A is frozen in place, as if it's just a decoration on the wall and can't be opened. Okay. What's this say? Smudgy blood red letterings read, "Getting close to the darkness is the only way to learn the truth. This whole place sits in darkness after all." Okay. Can we get to 2A? What do we find in here? So, the following words were scrawled on the blackboard. Your friend is a traitor. You're going to be killed. Run. Soul burned by waves of energy, pay tribute to God in this house of Shinozaki, purified by the flames of hell, judgment past and great beyond. This shouldn't have been here. It wasn't on the board when I first got here with Psycho. Somebody had to have written it recently, but why? To create a rift in our friendship? Well, to warn them that you're gonna get possessed by a ghost and try to kill her. I didn't know if it was a person or a ghost who did this, but whoever it was a terrible thing to do. This was all really starting to get to me. Somebody in here? Stop harassing me, whoever you are! I can't take this anymore, I just can't! Were those footsteps? Well, I didn't even know whom I was angry with, but I made no mistake. I was seething. It was probably really close to my breaking point. I ran out of the room, never even pausing to wipe the tears from my eyes. Okay, back to more search mode. Well, can we get up through that way? We need to head to the bathrooms. Can we go to the reference room? The door to the reference room is frozen in place, as if it's just a decoration on the wall and can't be opened. Wait, what's that over there? It's a decomposing... Oh, it's a corpse. This was probably once a male senior high school student. His school name tag seems to have survived intact. Predominantly the space is now damp and discovered blazer. Okay. So, this place doesn't have anything. She said she needs to cut the piano wire. There are scissors on the shelf that she can cut them with. She just needs to take the scissors, but she doesn't want to. Can we go down this way? Oh god, more piano wire. It's more piano wire. There was yet another piece of piano wire in this room, seemingly razor sharp like the others, but only one, and I could avoid it easily with some care. Okay, so we do have it in here, and we can avoid it if we need to. What's that? What is this thing? In the corner of the room sat an antiquated mechanical device with a lever attached to it. It prominently featured two wheels with spools of translucent wire coiled around them and projected out toward the ceiling in a perfect tight line. Could this be the source of the trap? Yeah, let's pull the lever. That's a pretty big lever. I wonder if it'll even move. The machine was old and the lever was rusted, so it wasn't going to give without a fight. I could rattle it a little, though, so I figured I had a chance. Okay, so we got that taken care of. I did it! Huh? It's gone, the piano wire, it's gone. Good, let's get over that way then. I do like this feature. I really like the map feature here because I was always getting lost and backtracking so much in the first game because I couldn't remember where anything was. This really helps with that. This, like, helps a lot with it. Huh. It's some sort of mechanism. Pull the lever? Leave it alone. Can we go forward? There's a large hole in the floor too big to jump across. Getting to the other side won't be possible from here. Maybe this will... let's just pull this lever. Okay, pull the lever. Ooh! Phew! What a strange contraption. Pulling the lever made a retractable floorboard extend outward over the hole, but also restrung the piano wire. Oh no. I had to be careful not to touch any of it if I even brushed up against a single strand. Let's go across. Oh, another one. Right at the base of the staircase, no less. What a sadistic place to put it. Yeah, that'll go right through your ankles. It should be possible to use the stairs, but that piano wire is razor sharp. Best to go slow and take care not to forget about it later on. Oh, I have a real bad feeling about this. Oh. What did I press? Let's go up. Oh, no. Okay, to the girls' room. Okay. Okay, let's save Seiko this time. I do love the concept this game has of trying to prevent the events of the first game. I love that. I think it's such a fun concept, and I really wish more games like did it. Like, God, I want more than anything for Danganronpa to do this. Can we not click on any of them? Oh. Can we not? I felt like I was forgetting something. Something absolutely crucial. Something I was consciously trying to forget, but absolutely had to remember no matter what. Can we not click on any of them? What are we supposed to do then? Shaky faded leathering could just barely be made out in the old flyer. Put it out of your mind. Don't worry. Eat, laugh, go nuts. Let the darkness in. Okay, so if we can't do this, what do we have to do? Okay, there's the bucket. It's an old rusty bucket full of maggots. Best to keep your distance. I don't know what to do up here now. The boys' room is completely boarded up. It won't be possible to get inside. Where's Psycho then? Where is she? Oh. Cool, a corpse. There are bleached white skeleton remains here. Based on their build, it seems likely this was a female middle school student or a high school student. Her school ID was lying on the ground nearby. Masazatsu Prefectural was high school, Rei Kurosawa. What are we supposed to do? Where do we find Seiko then? Because it's not letting me click on any of that. It won't let me click on any of the stalls. Where am I supposed to go? Should I go back down and explore more of the classrooms? The board should be sturdy enough to get you across the other side, where some sort of mechanism of copious lever awaits. Yeah. Cross over and pull the lever. Yeah. Where do we go? Just as I thought, Vice controlled both of them. Help me! Somebody help me! Oh, crap! Who is that? Oh! Oh, no. Nakashima, grade 3, room A. Nakashima, grade 3, room A, please. Return to class immediately. Room A? 3. Okay, we gotta go to 3A. Who? Me? You're next. What the hell does that mean? I'm just gonna save real quick. Oh wait, can I just general save? Oh, I have data slots. Oh, we don't have to look for candles now. That's nice. Okay then. You know what? Let's go in. What's happening? I clicked on it. What's this? Nothing's happening when I click on anything. Let's go to 2A. Is there anything in here this time? I don't see anything. One B? What the? Why is the screen turning? What is happening? I don't see anything. Did the game just break? I think the game broke. Oh, wait, no, okay, it put me in a cutscene. You know, it's not great when your cutscenes can be mistaken as the game breaking. It's really not that good. I was literally a second away from Xing out and trying to restart it because I was so sure it was over. Okay, pick up the flashlight. It'll probably come in handy. Take the flashlight. Did I click a button or something that took away the text? Because I'm not seeing any of the text I think it's supposed to be there. It is supposed to be there. I wonder if this was the source of the blinking light I did near this thing. But that's left me with more questions. Take the flashlight. Okay. Let's go into options. I don't know why the messages aren't showing. Flashlight acquired. I'm just clicking buttons here trying to get it. I don't know why it's not showing them anymore. Frick. Oh, darkening's at 33%. That can't be good. Message log. Let's see, what did I actually miss? Nothing seems particularly odd about it. It was just a regular run-of-the-mill flashlight, and it really did seem to be low on batteries. I'd have to make sure to use it sparingly so not to waste the energy I have left. I have to Google what... No... I have to Google to see if there's a button I need to press to get this back, because I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Technical difficulties. What is this? I'm so mad right now. I know that in the first game, you could hide the text by pressing shift, but... Okay, let's see. What is this? Oh my god. Okay, so... I can't... Okay. Is there any button I can press to get these texts to actually show up again? Because I don't know what's happening that made it... I'm just gonna X out and start over, I think. I just have to... Yeah. That's... I don't know why. And I looked up the controls and I didn't see anything about a hide control. I hope it's back to normal now. I just got a bunch of achievements too, and I don't know where they come from. Why is it smaller on the... I have to check. Oh god. Everything about this game is aggravating. This game is needlessly aggravating, and I don't know why. Okay, continue. Load game. Yeah. Resume. And it just X'd out. It just shut down. Play. Can we... Is it gonna load? I am an hour and a half in, and if this thing fucking craps out on me, it's not loading. It's not loading. What the fuck? Okay. Okay, there we go. Okay. Okay, there we go. That sounds good. That sounds... Okay. Continue. Load game. Resume from save data. And it X'd out. Can I not save this game? Do I have... What is... Maybe if I try to load from one of the quick saves. This is so upsetting. Does it take me from the quick save? Yeah, resume from this data. Okay, there we are. Good. Now let's see if the text actually shows up for it. Oh my god, it's not showing up for it. I'm just pressing every button I can think of to press to try and get this to work. And it just does not want to show the character's text or have the characters speak or any of that. What the fuck? It's just not doing it. No, oh god, maybe this is a bug? Did I press the... no text or character. Party, I'm not finding anything. What is... Okay, so there... I don't know how to fix this. I don't know what to do here to get them to just show the character text. Do I have to... Maybe if I minimize it and then I play it again? No? Is it 'cause I have 2 monitors? I don't know how to fix this. Come on. It seems like it's really... Okay, I'm gonna... It won't even let me go out into, like, the settings. Okay. I'm gonna try one more time. To see if... I'm gonna try to start the game from the beginning and just fast forward through everything and see if that fixes it. Which is ridiculous, because like I'm an hour and a half in. I shouldn't have to start over to play this game. New chapter. What's Meyer? I'm still on Seal. I don't know why. The game got weird, then it gave me a bunch of achievements. Okay, can we just skip through all of this? Okay, even in the new game, the text isn't showing up. What the heck? Okay. Well, I guess I'm not playing Corpse Party Book of Shadows. I guess this is off the to play list because I physically cannot play the game. Sorry for anyone that was looking forward to this. I had fun at some points. I'll see if I can figure this out. But for right now, show's over.